They betrayed me first, then called it family. A real-life conflict story. I learned very early that silence could hurt more than shouting. In my family, people didn't argue loudly. They didn't throw things or scream insults. They did something worse. They ignored you. From the outside, our home looked peaceful. A small house, clean windows, family photos on the wall. People used to say how lucky we were. What they didn't see was how calm can slowly suffocate you. My earliest memory of betrayal isn't dramatic. It's quiet. I was 9 years old, standing in the living room, holding a broken toy in my hands. My younger brother had thrown it across the room during a tantrum. The plastic snapped. My mother walked in, looked at the pieces, then looked at me. "Why didn't you stop him?" she asked. "He broke it," I said. "You're older," she replied. "You should know better." That was the first time I was punished for someone else's mistake. It wouldn't be the last. From that day on, roles were set. My brother was fragile. I was responsible. If he cried, someone hurt him. If I cried, I was weak. My father was present but distant. He avoided conflict. "Don't make things harder for your mother," he'd say. So I stopped talking. Adults praised me for being mature. What they really meant was that I was easy to ignore. When money entered the picture, everything changed. My father lost his job. Stress filled the house. Arguments started quietly, then louder. My brother got worse. I got quieter. The divorce came without warning. My father packed a suitcase, hugged my brother tightly, then looked at me. "Help your mother," he said. "You're strong." Strength was never a choice. It was a demand. After he left, my mother became colder. Bills piled up. Patience disappeared. If my brother misbehaved, it was stress. If I made a mistake, it was disrespect. I became the easiest target. My grandmother noticed. One evening she pulled me aside and said, "No child should have to be strong all the time." She was the only one who saw me. When she got sick, the house filled with whispers. Hospital visits. Legal conversations. I wasn't included, but I listened. After she passed away, grief wasn't shared equally. My mother cried loudly. My brother was comforted. I became invisible. Then the real betrayal began. I discovered by accident that my grandmother had left behind a house and savings. I assumed it would be shared. I was wrong. When I confronted my mother, she didn't deny it. "Your brother needs stability," she said. "And I don't," I asked. "You'll survive without it." That sentence changed everything. From then on, I wasn't family. I was temporary. My room disappeared first. My bed was moved into the living room. No door, no privacy. At night, they talked as if I wasn't there. "You're older. You can manage with less." Manage. Always that word. Money got tighter, and somehow everything became my fault. I ate too much, showered too long, took up space. My brother became louder and untouchable. One evening, he smiled and said, "Mom says I'll get the house one day." My mother didn't correct him. I found a part-time job. When my mother found out, she called me selfish. Independence embarrassed her. One rainy evening, I came home and saw my suitcase by the door. Not packed, just standing there. A suggestion, a warning. "If you're unhappy," she said later, "you can leave." I packed that night. I was 17 years old with one suitcase and nowhere to go. Freedom didn't come first. Fear did. I slept on couches, then stairwells. I learned to sleep lightly. Shoes on, one ear open. I worked wherever someone said yes. Grocery stores, night cleaning, warehouses. I dropped out of school quietly. Nobody called. One day my mother messaged me. "Did you take the documents?" "No." "Are you okay?" "No." "Where are you sleeping?" "Just paperwork." Winter came. I missed the last bus one night and slept under a flickering streetlight. That's when I understood how thin the line is between surviving and disappearing. Another betrayal came from someone I trusted. A coworker offered help, then quietly asked me to leave because I was emotionally heavy. I stopped telling people my story. Silence felt safer. Months passed. I lived in libraries and cafes. And then someone noticed me. His name was Marcus. He owned a small repair shop. He watched how fast I ate and said, "You're not eating enough." He offered extra shifts. Then trust. Then a skill. For the first time, effort turned into growth instead of punishment. I rented a small room, locked the door and cried. Not from sadness, from safety. Years passed. I learned everything Marcus taught me. Skills became power. Eventually, he offered me a partnership. No charity. Earned. Success didn't heal the wound. It exposed it. Because every achievement came with the thought, they should have been here. Then a letter arrived, from my aunt. She told me the truth. The inheritance was never meant to go to my brother alone. It was supposed to be split equally. My mother didn't erase me alone. My brother knew. I confronted him. Did you know? Yes. One word. Nothing else. That hurt more than everything before. I went back to the house. My mother didn't welcome me. My brother didn't stand. I showed them the documents. You wouldn't have handled it, my brother said. You decided that for me, I replied. If I had to do it again, my mother said quietly, I would. That sentence closed the door forever. I walked away without slamming it. Later, I chose not to sue. Lawsuits keep you tied to the past. I chose freedom instead. I expanded the business. I hired people. I protected them the way I was never protected. My brother apologized years later. I didn't rebuild the relationship. I didn't destroy it either. My mother never called again. And for the first time, that didn't hurt. I moved cities, built a life that didn't require their approval. I thought about the child I once was, waiting to be defended. No one came then, but someone came later. Me. Family doesn't always mean blood. Sometimes it means boundaries. Sometimes it means walking away. I didn't become successful to prove them wrong. I became stable to prove myself right. Survival isn't strength. Healing is.